Hello there, Virgo. Welcome to Diamond Dragon Lady. My name is Ariel, and this is your April 2024 astrology and tarot reading. I hope you guys are doing great. It is always wonderful to share time and energy with you. I will have a video at the end of this that gets into more details of the astrology of the month of April 2024. I will mostly be focusing on the tarot and the oracle cards in this read, but if you want more of those astrological details, check out the video link at the end of this. I also do ask, I don't ask often, but for anyone that has not yet subscribed or liked the video, I do request that you do that. It always helps me and helps my videos in the algorithm on this platform, so I do appreciate that whenever you're able. So let's go ahead and jump on into this month, Virgo. There is so much powerful energy going on throughout this month. So much Aries energy. We are in Aries season this month, and so there is a lot coming up to the surface for you. There's going to be quite a deep dive for all of the Virgos and Virgo influenced people out there. So let's get into an oracle card and see what your big theme, your big keyword for this month of April ahead is. And we have blessings. I love to see it. You know, Virgo, this can be a mixed bag because, you know, you're ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is in a retrograde cycle through most of April and will certainly be in its shadow, you know, for a couple weeks more after that. So you'll absolutely be feeling it. Mercury is going to be retrograde in the sign of Aries. Aries rules your universal 8th house, the Scorpio house, so that's why I say this is a deep dive energy. I think that this is a month where all Virgo and Virgo influenced people will be discovering some very deep truths about themselves, about their identity, who they are, what their true value is, what their purpose is. You might be really uncovering some things that help you to be a stronger you, to really shine your, you know, light and your personal identity, your personal stamp and uniqueness that you bring to the world. I think you'll be fine-tuning that and really maybe rethinking some choices as well. So let's get into another oracle card. This will be a special number. This is a numerology deck and yet another keyword. Please, let's see what we have for Virgo. And we have the 7-7. We got a double number with spirituality. So not only is this spiritual development and personal growth, like I said, it is an extra deep dive because we're doubling up that 7. I do think you're going to be growing, expanding, discovering things, developing into a deeper, more fully realized individual. This is a really exciting thing to see. You know, it's really beautiful. 7 plus 7 adds up to a 15. So 14, and it adds up to a 5. 1 and 4, we get the 5 from that. So, you know, to me, it's really about, you know, coming to a place of greater devotion and commitment to your path as well. There's a lot to do with that. So next, let's get into some gemstones and crystals. I always like to bring those up for those of you who like to work with, you know, stones, minerals, things like that. I am personally a big fan of working with gemstones and crystals. It is always something that helps me in my personal journey. Okay, so Virgo, we've got the Dioptase. This is a small crystal, but it's very powerful. It does rule the heart chakra, and it helps you to discern the best direction to take. You know, truly listening to your inner voice, you know, the old listening to the heart thing. On the bottom, we have the carnelian. So this is good for encouraging self-confidence. It's a root and sacral chakra stone, so it really does help balance and root and ground you. It also is very good for encouraging your personal creativity. You know, really getting into the depths of what you want to create, what you want to manifest. So those are both stones that you could work with for this month ahead. Let's next get into one more oracle card. We're going to reach into our guardians, our guides, our ancestors. And let's see who wants to work with Virgo the strongest this month ahead. And we have Cernunnos, we have the life force. This strong Capricorn energy, very similar to the Green Man. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. So, this is absolutely, it's about, sensuality, sexuality, sacred union. If you're in a couple, if you're already in a happy union, it might be a very, very passionate month indeed. You may be meeting somebody that you feel super, super attracted to. And if that's not the case, Virgo, I would say that this to me feels like a month where you're really overflowing with beautiful, creative energy and power. Like you can really manifest something into being. This is coming through for a lot of people this month in different ways so far in these readings, but there's just a lot of creative potential. I will point out as well that Mars is moving through the sign of Pisces this month. That is the counterbalance to you there, Virgo. It will highlight and energize your relationship house. Whether you're Virgo rising, Virgo sun sign, it is going to have an impact on that. So those of you, like I said, if you're already in a couple, probably going to get a lot more passionate. If you haven't, found that special person yet, it very well could happen, and it could be a very, there could be a lot of chemistry with the person, right? It could just be like boom, 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 like fire is going off. But Mars being in Pisces is also very dreamy. It's a little bit cloudy sometimes, a little bit confusing. Some things this month for all of us could feel a little bit fuzzy, just a little bit kind of like, what? We're kind of navigating our way through some energies that are a little bit misty and mystical. But just go with the flow. Go with the flow as much as possible with that, Virgo. I know that may go against your grain a bit, but this is definitely a time for more action, more for dreams, more for emotions, than it is for, details and that super logical part of our brain. So next, let's get into our tarot. We're going to do a full Celtic cross. I do clarify all of my cards to bring you deeper messages on each of them. So Spirit, let's see what we have for Virgo. April 2024. Anything that they need to see for their highest and best good. Let's get a nice, big, accurate picture of the month for them. And we have the Six of Wands in the center there, the heartbeat of the Celtic cross. Very, very nice. Yep, definitely some powerful energy. I'm not surprised to see that at all. Yep. All right, so Six of Wands is Leo energy. It's very fiery, bold, courageous, but this is a card that brings recognized victory, personal achievement, and success. So I feel like that's very much what you're focused on, is having those personal successes. This may be a month where people really say, wow, they made it. They got through something. They have excelled. They've gone the distance. You may really receive a lot of accolades or, praise for something. So let's see what clarifies this one. Ooh, and very strong Leo energy with the Strength card. I do feel it's something that you've had to be courageous or strong about, right? Because the Strength is really our spirit, taming our messy or wild or inner nature, right? Which is represented by the lion. So it's really, I feel like it's a victory when it comes to your own personal growth and development. Like we said about that spirituality card, there's some kind of big blessing coming in for you when it comes to learning about yourself and really understanding your true needs, your true desires, true passions, and how to moderate and balance those intuitive feelings with your physical manifestation. It's really gorgeous. Going into the immediate past, we have the Eight of Swords. This is a classic Virgo card. It's also a Gemini card. This to me is like that over-worrying, overthinking, breaking free of, excessive thought, worry, anxiety, all of that. It's really a prison of our own making, which is made by our own mind, our own critical thinking. And so, Virgo is all about critical thought and overcoming critical thought. So I feel like you've really been coming through some of that energy. You've become more aware of maybe some of your own compulsive thoughts. And I do feel like you've successfully broken free of this, or are about to break free of this. Like there's this real personal victory here for you. Yeah, and I do feel like this has been a confusing time. Absolutely. There's been a lot that, I feel like you've been trying to work out in your mind, and some of it just hasn't made a whole lot of sense. Some of it may still not be very clear to you, but I almost feel like you've really just said, or made the decision in your own mind that it's like, forget it. I can't overcome this. I'm just going to choose to let it go. I'm going to choose, to set myself free. Even if certain things that have happened or are happening don't make a whole lot of sense to me, I'm going to trust that in time they will, right? And just that very act of saying that and doing that has brought you into a lot of victory. So going into the immediate future, ooh, we've got the Judgment card. To me, Judgment is the higher vibration of the Death card, right? Because it's Scorpio energy. And with all this Aries energy flying around this month, that house is very, very activated for you. It's Scorpio house. So to me, though, this is the nicer, vibration, because this is like the phoenix from the ashes, whereas the Death card itself actually is the ashes, right? This is rising above an old life. This is coming into like a second chance in life. Feeling like you're coming back to life again after maybe being asleep, or feeling like something has been done over with for a long, long time. Really interesting here. I always like that card because I just feel like this is something coming back to life, you returning to life, you feeling like your energy is back again, feeling like you have survived something very difficult, but you've risen from that situation, you've transformed, your shape has changed, right? And you're back to feeling a lot better about things. You might feel a little tension with it too here, right? Because I feel like whenever you're coming into a new life, there's always a little bit of navigating it. Five of Wands is, it's a little bit of stress, it's a little bit of friction. Sometimes it can be a challenge you may have with others. These two cards together could definitely represent a classic power struggle, whether in a friendship, relationship, work situation. There may be people that you feel like are blocking your path or blocking your new life in some way. I don't think it's heavy, heavy, serious stuff because, the Five of Wands is a fake battle, right? It's not like a heavy, horrible thing, but it is something that you're going to have to work with and have to grow from. I think you can do it. I think you've got the power here, Virgo, but I'm just pointing it out because it's something that may be important for you as we come to the second half of this month. On the bottom, subconscious card, what's in your heart of hearts is the King of Wands. I think you really do want to get moving. You want to embrace new leadership roles. You're ready to start something. King of Wands really sets his sights on what he wants to achieve, and he doesn't mess around. He goes forward. He gets what he wants. He goes takes the risk, right? Takes the leap of faith. Takes the leadership role. Goes for the next adventure, the next achievement in life. You've got a lot of Leo, a lot of fire energy, a lot of Aries. And look at this. Oh my goodness. That doesn't happen very often, y'all, where we have the same card clarify the original one. So doubling up the King of Wands. You are ready to get going. You are not wasting any more time. It is time to step it up, Virgo. It's time to step up into your new life, step up into those new responsibilities or leadership roles. You're definitely made to lead at this time, and you feel it. You feel that in your heart and your soul. On the top, crowning the spread, message from Spirit is the Three of Pentacles. So this is all about working together with others. And Virgo is a sign of community, of organization, of working together with other people to accomplish a goal. You could be joining forces with an Aries, Capricorn, a Leo. That's coming out very, very strongly here. And Aries, all those fiery signs are coming up to the surface. But this is definitely seeking out people that you work well with. You may have to sift through some difficult ones, some that challenge you a little bit more to get to those better associations, so don't give up, because that's really where you're meant to be. Virgo really excels, when it comes to working with others and organizing and knowing who's best for, a particular job. Like they're really great at honing in on what somebody or themselves are good at. They know how to delegate really well. And we've got the Justice card on top of that. So I feel like if you had a power imbalance or currently have a power imbalance, like in a work situation especially, I feel like that's being rectified. I feel like that's being brought into harmony and balance. I do feel like there's a lot of blessings here. This also brings in strong Libra energy. If you happen, this is very specific, but for some of you, if you happen to be in the legal profession, someone who signs a lot of contracts or does a lot of paperwork and agreements on paper, this could be coming in even stronger for you, right? Looking for those good co-workers, good co-partners that can help you get what you want done, because you are very much on a fiery track. You really don't want to back down at all right now. Let's get some extra advice on this spread for you. Ooh, love it. We have the Star, the Lovers. We knew that love energy was there. We've got the Hanged Man and the Knight of Wands, because we just got to keep that fire energy coming. On the bottom of the spread, we have the Strength card again, y'all. Just point that out. That Leo energy is super strong. It is a month of inner strength, courage, going forward and having a whole lot more peace within yourself about what you want and what you can achieve. So the Star card comes through as your suggested approach. I would say that this is absolutely a month to focus on your blessings, focus on the things that are going well, focus on the light at the end of the tunnel. I feel like a lot of things are turning in your favor. Look for the things that are going right rather than focusing on the things that are challenging or going wrong. But to me, the Star card is all about faith being restored after a long struggle. It's, to me, one of the best cards in the tarot next to the Sun. So yeah, this is really time to get through that dark energy. I feel like you've come through that with that Judgment card, and it's time to see all the good things, all the miracles, all the amazing things that are happening in your life. There's a lot of inner clarity here. Wow. Ooh, 10 of Cups. So yes, focus on the good stuff here, Virgo. Oh, anything that's going well. This would be a perfect month to start a gratitude journal if you have not done that. There's something very powerful about writing down what you're grateful for each day, and that could really help grow even more good things as you move forward. I feel like, for you, there's great happiness. There's great contentment potentially coming up, if you're not already in it. What you need to know is the Lovers. Absolutely. Single Virgos may not be single after this month. And those of you that are already coupled up may be really, it's like falling in love all over again kind of energy. I also say the Lovers is Gemini, it's Gemini ruled, so it is about making some decisions when it comes to love and relationships, right? Could be making some choices there as well. Wow, guys, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, the Lovers, and the Star. in your suggested approach and what you need to know. My goodness. So Virgo, you could be meeting somebody amazing this month. There could be a relationship that just really goes the next level. You could be really like starting a true life with someone. This could be buying a house together, doing something nice for each other, going somewhere. I mean, this is just the whole, I always say the Ten of Pentacles is the whole enchilada. It's all the things that you want. It's all the good blessings. And when you have a reading with the Ten of Pentacles and Cups together, it's like not only are you happy about it, but there's actual manifestation there, right? It's not just a feeling. It's a reality as well. So good stuff for you guys. Very, very beautiful cards. In the hopes and fears position, we do have the Hanged Man, and I really do feel that's coming up, Virgo, because you've had to shake loose a lot of spiritual or emotional baggage. You've had to go through a lot of periods of not knowing, of kind of being in limbo, kind of being in between cycles. I think you're really tired of it. I think you're really ready for that to come to an end. And so there is, some hope that it's coming to completion. But there's also some nervousness that maybe you're still going to be going through that. With a Mercury retrograde, sure, we do have a lot of back and forth energy. We're reworking, we're revising, rethinking. All the rewords apply with the Mercury retrograde. But hang in there, because I always feel like the Hanged Man shows up when we have learned a lot, when we've reached a point of enlightenment, and with the Strength card and all that going on, I feel like you're really deeply realizing some things about yourself, and you've really let some things go as well, some old heavier burdens, baggage. You've really turned it loose, whether you've wanted to or not. It's been shaken away. So let's get a clarifier on this one for you. We have the Two of Pentacles. So there's been a lot of having to do a life-work balance. How much do you work? How much do you play? There's two opposite ends of this, right? And I feel like you're coming into a greater sense of balance this month, for sure. On the outcome, we have the Knight of Wands. So there could be some travel in your future. You could be planning some movement forward. Sagittarius energy. We got a lot of fire represented this month for sure. But it might be time to pack your bags, get going somewhere. There's some very, very feisty, fiery energy going on. It really brings things back to life for you this month. There's a lot of success, a lot of victory, a lot of beautiful outcomes, a lot of faith and hope being restored after, a long journey through the dark, a long, dark night of the soul for some. And we have, look at this, the Two of Cups. So, you could also be in a situation where you meet somebody in another city or another state, another country. There could be some travel involved with this love connection. You may go somewhere and meet someone somewhere far away and you're like, that's my soulmate. And wow, now I got to think about traveling to them, or they're thinking about traveling to me. There's something, or you may love somebody or be in a long distance relationship that very well could be a situation, or they may be different, very different from your usual, right? They may have, there could be a foreign element. They could be from a different culture or background than you, but it just clicks, right? It just works. I pray for the best for you here, Virgo. I really do, because these are some beautiful, beautiful cards. I just feel like you're really coming into a stronger position. You're really learning about yourself this month. You really understand so much of your needs, and you're very, open about that. But there's just a lot of blessings going on this month. I feel like your life force is strong. Your energy is coming back online in a way. So let's see what we have to wrap this up for you. Let's get an affirmation on this reading. And we have Temptation. This is actually a really interesting card. The desire for excessive gain and accumulation leads to misfortune. The greatest contentment is in knowing when you have enough, and all temptation is banished. Escape from the trap that imprisons you. Refuse to be a victim and be free. And so we do have this, right? In the past, we had that Eight of Swords. So I do feel like you've really, either set yourself free from something or in the process of that. And I feel like it's like one of those things where we have that Hanged Man. It's like you may not be able to hang on to every good thing, Virgo. You may have to sacrifice something in order to get something that's even better, right? So don't be afraid to let certain things go. Don't try to hold on to everything in your life, right? Because some things are meant to, be released, and some really beautiful things are coming in. So beautiful reading, guys. I hope you have an amazing April, and I will look forward to talking to you soon.